for this question, we have two bags. Bag A with 12 discs, 5 red, 6 blue and a white. Bag B with 25 discs, and we're not told how many there are, but we know that we've got n of them which are red and the rest of them are blue. So if I look at this second bag here, the probability of getting a red, so I know the probability of getting a red one is the number of reds, well that's n, divided by the number of discs altogether, which is 25. And the probability of getting a blue from this second bag is going to be the number of blues. Well, if there are 25 altogether and n of them are red, the number which are blue must be 25 minus n, and that's over 25. Now the question says that the probability, so each takes a disc from bag A, and the probability of getting a red one, the probability they both take a red one rather, is 2/15. I'm going to use a tree diagram here to make it clearer. First set of branches I'm going to have for James taking something from bag A. So from bag A, he can either take red, blue or white. I'm not going to draw the whole tree diagram here because it's just unnecessary. So James can get a red, blue or a white, and we're only looking at the probability that they both take a red. So the probability that James takes a red from bag A, well, he's got 5 reds out of 12 possible discs, so the probability that he gets a red is 5/12. Now we're only interested in, as I say, red followed by red. So Lucy takes something out of bag B, and we've just worked out here the probability that she gets a red is n out of 25. And to work out the probability that they both get red, we would multiply along the branches. So we would multiply together their probabilities. So the probability of James getting red is 5/12, and we would multiply that by n over 25, and we're told the probability of them getting both red is 2/15. Now it's up to you how you do this. You could just get your calculator out and divide by 5/12 if you like. I'm going to simplify a little bit. I know that 5 and 25, that can give me 1 and 5, and on the left hand side that means that n divided by, well, 5 times 12 on the bottom is 60, is the same as 2/15. And if I now want to work out what n is, I just need to multiply both sides by 60. So n is going to be 2/15 multiplied by 60. Well, I can think of that as 60 over 1. If I do some cancelling now, I've got how many 15s in 15 is 1. 15s into 60 goes 4, and I'm left with n is 2 times 4, which is 8, divided by 1, which is just 8. Lots of ways of doing that, but n must be 8, which means that in your second bag you have got 8 reds and the rest must be blue. Well, we need to do 25 minus 8 then, so we must have 17 blue. Okay, let's have a look at this then. We're asked to find the probability that James and Lucy take discs of different colours, and I've just drawn the bags here again and shown what they have. Now if we look at James, he takes something from bag A, Lucy takes something from bag B, and let's have a look at what possible things they could get if they're going to have two different colours. So let's assume that first of all James picks a red. Well, in order to get different colours, Lucy would have to get blue, so red blue would be a possibility. If James picks a blue, then Lucy would have to pick a red to get two different colours, and if James picks a white, that means that Lucy could pick a red, or it could be that James picks a white and Lucy picks a blue. So there are 4 different possibilities there for them getting different colours. Now to work out the probability of each of those, we, if you like, imagine it's like a tree diagram. The probability that he gets a red is 5 out of 12. The probability that she then gets a blue is 17 out of 25, and we would multiply those together. Now that comes, if you work that out on your calculator, the calculator will simplify it for you, and it comes out as 17/60. Okay, the probability that they get a blue followed by a red, well, if we look at blue, that's 6 out of 12 multiplied by red, which is 8 out of 25. Okay, 6 out of 12 times 8 out of 25, that simplifies to 4/25. White followed by red, well, the white, he's only got one possibility there, so it's 1/12 multiplied by 8/25 for the red. Well, that comes out as 2/75. And white followed by blue, well, again it's 1/12, this time multiplied by 17, 25ths, and that comes out as 17/300ths. Now, to work out the probability of any of those happening, we need to add these together. So if we take those probabilities and add them together, the probability of getting different colours comes out as, all of those added together, comes out as 79/150ths. However, that whole method I think is a bit of a long way round. For them to take discs of different colours, well, they either have to have different colours or they have to have colours the same. If we work out the probability that they have the same colour, well, actually, that's not going to take us half as long. Getting the same colour has either got to be the probability of getting red or blue. They can't both get white because Lucy doesn't have any. But we already know that the probability of them both getting reds, because that was earlier, is 2/15ths. And the probability of them getting then a blue followed by a blue, well, that's just going to be 6/12 multiplied by her getting a blue, which is 17/25. So that comes out as 2/15ths plus, and this that comes out as 17/50ths, and if we add those together, that comes out as 71/50ths. Now that's the probability that they have two discs the same colour. The probability then that they have discs which are different colours is going to be the reverse of that. So we subtract from 1, and 1 minus 71/50ths. Sorry, that was 71/150th. 1 minus 71/150ths is the same answer as before, which is 79/150ths.